Well, Steve Arts 89. Well, everyone is talking about Avatar, where it's going to make the money it needs to make to make money. It has to make like 2 billion and be this super blockbuster to actually make money. It has to be like the second or third or fourth highest selling film ever to make money. So everyone's sort of talking about that. I can't sort of wait until it's like Tuesday and it's all over and we know, because we're going to know from the first weekend what sort of money it's going to make, and if it's going to make the kind of money it needs to, or whether it's going to make like regular blockbuster sort of money. It's opening night on Thursday because it's Saturday morning here in Australia, so we sort of, I know it's still Friday someplace in the world, but they pretty much had their opening night of Thursday. I think it opened around, they started screening the movies around 3 a.m. and the box office is pretty ordinary. It seems to me it's pretty ordinary. It's about 16 to 17 million. That's around the same as the Batman and what was the other movie? Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2 was 17 million. It's actually less than Jurassic World, which made 18.5 million. So that's sounding pretty ordinary to me. Now, I'd heard that the film was opening on the most screens ever, and it was going to be like 5,000 screens or something, when I think normally it's around 2,000 or 3,000 for like a blockbuster opening, like a big opening. But apparently it's going to hit 4,000 screens tomorrow or something, so I guess they haven't actually opened in all those screens at once, so I'm not sure. But even then, it's sort of opening around the sort of number you'd expect for like a film, so a blockbuster film. So I kind of think this is a bit of an indication that it's not going to do the kind of money it needs to. That it's a lot of people, they saw the first film, but it didn't really have a huge impact on them. It didn't really become part of the culture. It was just this really beautiful, this film with this really beautiful planet and these sort of interesting blue aliens, which people remember the aliens and the planet, and that's it. They don't really remember the story or the actual characters or anything. Probably because they're all half naked and running around and look the same, so it's hard to tell one from another, and they just sort of all blend into each other. It's just like the couple and that's it, and the military guys and that's it, and Sigourney Weaver was in it, and that's all I remember. I think a lot of people it's the same. So I don't really think this film's going to make the money it needs to make. I don't think people are sort of excited for it, and I've heard some reviews. There are some spoiler ones that I haven't listened to, and there's some other ones. And people are acting like it's amazing or it's great or it's sort of groundbreaking or it's going to revolutionise the cinema industry and movie industry. And I'm like, I'm not really buying that it's that. But I'm hearing good things in that it's all about family, but it's not lame. It's very much sort of has a big war military sort of feel, kind of like Aliens, and it's got elements from Titanic. Apparently Jim is sort of pulled from all these sort of hit films. But yeah, I'm just doubting it's going to make super blockbuster money. I think it's going to make regular blockbuster money. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I had to look at the first night. I had to see, because I thought it would be a good indication of where it was going to go for the weekend. And I think maybe it is. And the fact that it made, I mean, okay, I think these are still sort of estimates, but it looks like it's made less than Jurassic World. And there is some suggestion that a lot of the pre-sale tickets and that are for beyond just the opening weekend. So it maybe the opening weekend is only going to represent 50-something% of its overall box office, as opposed to a lot of the big Marvel films make about 70%. So it seems a bit like there's going to be more people seeing it later in the week and in the second weekend than maybe normal. It won't have the kind of drop off some of the other films, and may have more legs than some of the other blockbusters that sort of just hit in that big sort of first weekend, and you can sort of tell from that weekend how they're going to do overall. Everyone knew Black Adam was, from the first weekend. But yeah, I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. I'm so tired. My eyes are closing. But I just had to have a look at the box office. I had to see, trying to get an idea of where it's going. And I'm just wondering if this is, because if it didn't open as wide as it really is for the main sort of weekend, it's not so much of an indication. Because I was thinking, if it opened on 1,000 or 2 more screens, shouldn't this number be a lot bigger? Are people not going? Are there empty cinemas? Like, what is it? But it looks like they're actually rolling out to some extent over the first few days, and they may not get to the full number of cinemas, maybe right away in the first weekend or something. I don't know. I'm tired. I got to go. But in a few days we'll know. And all this speculation for all these years, will they do a sequel? Can it make the same sort of money? Will be answered. Or at least 50% answered. I'm going to go. Thanks, bye.